foolish bee. You know not what stands before you. I am one of the heirs to the throne of the Dark Emperor Charybdis. I'm sure you've heard tales of the way he strikes fear into anyone who gets in his way, while those defiant suffer from fate indescribable for shallow comprehension. Well, let me tell you that as one of his heirs, I manifested his traits tenfold. My mere gaze is enough for people to tremble and fall onto their knees, their hearts skipping a beat. My every gesture is considered law due to the meaning they bear. I needn't say a word for creatures from every realm to know what I desire. Truly, I will inherit the seat of my father in the council of the realm rulers. Known only as the ignominious Dark Emperor of the Realms and Overlord of the Void, I shall wreak havoc upon those who dare interfere with my objective to become supreme ruler of the realms as my predecessor sought.
Oh, what's wrong, son?
Dad, this is like the 16th practice today. I run out of breath at every single one because the monologue is so long-winded. Is this really necessary when introducing myself?
Don't be ridiculous, Falkman. Of course it is. It's been a family tradition for millennia now. I had to practice mine over and over. I mean, yes, I'll admit it is a bit long, but you'll get used to it. Do you want to hear mine? Alright.
No. I'm good, Dad. Thanks. Besides, don't you have the meeting of the Council of the Realm Rulers to attend to?
Oh, yes, I almost forgot. I was just so caught up with how proud I am, and I wanted to watch you practice your introduction. You know, you're at that age now. Your brothers before you practiced theirs as well, and now look at them, ruling smaller kingdoms of their own, harnessing themselves as future rulers. And now you. It just brings a tear to your old man's eye, you know? Well, thanks for reminding me, son. Keep practicing, okay? Remember, I'm proud of you.
Thanks, Dad. Oh, hey. Thanks for the water. I'm so sorry you had to do this. Yes, I am aware that you're a servant and this is supposed to be your job, but nobody, and I mean nobody, deserves to sit through a very long monologue for 16 excruciating times. Nobody should have to suffer that fate. Actually, now that I think about it, how did you come to work as a servant of the kingdom? I mean, you look very normal compared to most of our subjects, which are either skeletons, undead beings, creatures of the void, and everything else. Ah, you're a citizen of one of the kingdoms we took over. I'm so sorry about the... What? Oh, you actually wanted that since your ruler was a cruel tyrant? Huh. You know what? Maybe it's not so bad to take over other kingdoms, as long as we're saving great people like yourself. Yes? May I help you? Oh, before you speak, do know that if your interruption of my conversation with my servant isn't worthwhile, I'll have to make you suffer a very terrible fate. Good. Make it worthwhile. What is that? Wait. I meant to hold the scepter of Charybdis' ultimate darkness concentrated along with the book of darkness and shadows incarnate? And the crown of writhing torment, suffering, and pain? You're kidding. Those weigh a ton. Also, why are the names of our artifacts so long? Just reserve them for the next practice, I guess. You know, I have no doubt in my heart that my predecessors meant well when they wanted to leave a legacy behind. But I think the long-winded speeches and long names could also be left behind. It feels like they were compensating for something. I'll go ahead and retire to my chambers. I've had enough of being in the throne room today. I feel like I'm going to pass out not only from practicing, but also from how heavy and hot this regalia outfit is to wear. Good job, everyone. I'll need you to stand by, though. Bring me a slice of chocolate cake and tea, okay? I'll call for you to deliver it to my room. Am I clear? Thank you so much. You may come in. Well, it's you. And you've got the tea and cake like I asked. Come in, come in. Close the door. And set those on the table over here. And why don't you come join me on the couch as well? Oh, come on. You don't need to sit so far away and be formal. But regardless, I respect it. I'll go ahead and taste this cake. Absolutely heavenly. Did you bake this yourself? I'm impressed. And this tea. The aroma. The taste. Just made to my liking. Gods, you know me so well. Those aside, I called you here because I feel like I can confide in you. You're more than a servant to me. Always have been. You're also like a counsel of sorts. You've always been the type to listen before handing down judgment. Also, your silence is almost always admirable and, dare I say, mysteriously attractive. I apologize, I couldn't help myself. But, you know, all this practice as a possible heir to the throne is great and all, but I'm not really sure whether I want to rule. Why, you ask? Well, I've already got two of my big brothers managing their own little kingdoms and training themselves as candidates for the throne as well. They're much more experienced and seem to be doing well. Prince Aerist, the second oldest, is a force to be reckoned with, harnessing his knowledge of the darkness. Meanwhile, my eldest brother, Prince Volknir, possesses the power of the void and is even more of a force to be reckoned with. And then there's the youngest, the prince who likes to help out people and enjoys the arts and literature. He's more diplomatic, as people would say, more than anything, only using his sword when he deems necessary. That's me, Prince Fulgrin. Point is, I'm at the complete other side of the spectrum when I compare myself to my predecessors, my father, and my brothers before me. If I get picked, I'd make a terrible Dark Emperor. I don't know what to do. I think next week, my father is going to make me pick which one of the kingdoms under a jurisdiction I'd like to rule over, so that I could practice ruling over my own subjects. Don't get me wrong. I know that all of my life being taught by different wise men from all over the realms and studying has been leading up to this, but I can't help but be anxious. That's why I called for you. No joke. Honestly, you've not only been a servant, but my confidant as well. After every single formal event or happening, I could always expect you there, waiting for me and always willing to hear all of my woes out. Granted, I'm not sure whether you do it out of obligation because you're a servant, out of the genuineness of your character, or maybe even for an entirely different reason. But still, thank you. You don't know how much it means to me that someone's willing to hear me out. At the end of the day, while I do hold a very important position of power, I'm still a person. I get nervous and anxious too. Especially with the responsibilities that being a prince has, and even ruling my very own subjects soon enough. I'll have to listen to advisors, and I'll have no one to rely on but my own judgment when the situation calls for it. It's all just been overwhelming, you know? And I really, really appreciate your presence every single time. That's why I decided I'll bring you along when I do get my own kingdom. Here, you're just one of the servants. However, there, I'll make you my personal servant. If you accept, of course. I mean, I don't want to force you or anything. I just thought that I should offer you the job, and you seem very capable and suited for it, according to the performance that you exhibited within the walls of this castle, and I really wanted to... You accept? I'm so glad.
Ow!
Huh? Wait. Dad? How long have you been hiding in the shadows for?
Just a couple of minutes ago.
How many times do I have to tell you not to teleport into my room using the darkness?
Oh, I'm sorry, son. I just wanted to see how you were getting along with one of our servants here. From what I heard, it seems like you two are getting along just fine.
Wait, you were listening? That's so embarrassing. Get out, please. Get out.